I made a music video, and now I'm going to talk about it. Intros can be hard. So this is really exciting. I was involved in making a music video, which comes out on Monday, the 7th, which is 4 days from the date that this video comes out, but may already be out if you're watching in the future, which you might be. This video is a parody of indie music video cliches. So the joke basically is that we're using all the cliches that go into contemporary indie music videos. Like, there's a section with selective color, there's a section that's in slow motion, there's a bit where the protagonist is looking out the window and it's raining, and there's cliches in the lyrics as well. So I thought it might be cool to talk a little bit about the process, what actually went into making the video, what was involved. So that's what this video is. Do bear in mind that this isn't a typical music video process. The point was to kind of make something fun for online consumption and point the finger at tired cliches, not to promote an album or a tour or anything that a music video would usually do. And we don't have any plans to make the band a real band. Well, we don't have any plans currently to do that. I've done a few other tutorial type videos on Stab Panda Music about creating music videos, so how much you should expect to pay a filmmaker, what the process is for a normal I'm in a band and we need a music video type music video, that kind of thing. You can find those all on Stab Panda Music, they're up there now, so I won't be talking about pricing in this video. I'll just assume that maybe someone in your band is going to act as a videographer, like what we talked about last week in the band jobs video. Let's get into it. What was the process for this music video and what did we do in what order? Firstly, the concept. So the concept came from a filmmaker friend of mine, Tom Anderson. He basically wanted to poke fun at all the music video cliches because he'd been dealing with them professionally for many years and he wanted to make fun of them. So he came to me asking me to write music for this project and maybe get involved with just generally putting the whole thing together, which I was really up for. So we brainstormed some ideas, and out of that he started working on the treatment and the shot list whilst I started working on the music. We met up a few times during that to co-write the lyrics, brainstorm more ideas, record vocals between ourselves and our actor playing our frontman, Ben, and we also started thinking about the different locations we might want to use, but without, solidifying anything. So I finished the music first, and that needed to be done first basically because parts of the shot list relied on knowing where in the timeline certain lyrics were, so we knew where coinciding shots should land. But even once the song was finished and in the final structure, I could still tweak the mix and just tinker with things even into the middle of the filming. The treatment and the shot list basically outlined our goals, what equipment we'd need, potential filming locations, and a timeline of what shots needed to happen at what point in the video. So once we had treatment, shot list, and music, we started looking at locations. We knew that one of the biggest things we wanted to do was have this performance area where basically we had the band playing the song. Well, actually the band wasn't playing the song. I was the only one that actually knew the guitar part for the song. Ben was miming the lyrics. We had Sai playing bass. He didn't know the actual bass line, but he looked like he was playing something basically right. And Jamie, the drummer, hadn't previously played a drum kit before that day. We just wanted him because he kind of looked like he could be in a band. So we managed to very quickly teach him a simple 4/4 drum beat, and we kind of made it look like he's playing, sort of. He did a good job, in fairness. There's also a keyboard in the corner, which we didn't touch, but I figured we'd have it there because there is a keyboard on the track. We had a few different options for the performance space for the venue, some of them traditional venues, some of them a little more interesting because of some of the connections that I have in Cambridgeshire music. The space we ended up using is actually a dance studio, so dance lessons are taught in there every day, and we went with that because it had this nice black curtain and it had these traditional theatre lights in there, so it looked really fun, it looked really nice, and actually cost wasn't so bad. It was something like £25 an hour, and we were out within 2 hours. So 50 quid for the big performance space. Not bad, really, especially as we split it between a few of us. Not bad. That was the hottest day of 2017. It was boiling, and that was not a good day to be under those lights. But we got some great shots. Tom was filming on his red Epic camera, and he brought an assistant to push him around on a wheelie chair to get some smooth motion shots. That was the biggest shoot by far, and definitely the best looking. And about this time, Tom actually ended up getting a new job, which pretty much wiped out all of his free time. But, you know, it was a smart thing to do for his career. So I ended up taking over the director, producer type role. And actually, there wasn't an awful lot to it because of how detailed Tom's notes were. I just followed those, really. So the rest of it was shot by myself or Laura, my editor, and between us we did a few different shoots with Ben. We did a load by a lot of graffiti, we did some in a car at night, we did some in a park, and there were some specific other shots which were mentioned in the lyrics. So the bit where he kisses himself in the mirror, looking through the window and it's raining, the bit where he's riding a bike. We had a couple other reasonably sized shoots that we ended up just not using for various reasons. And I think it's important to have a variety of options for this kind of thing, but don't feel married to using an idea just because you filmed it. Sometimes it just doesn't work, and that's fine. In terms of gear, we used a Canon T3i for the run and gun stuff where we didn't want to get in anyone's way, and then we used a Canon C100 for the shots that we could take a little more time to set up, and especially the low light shots like in the car. Then we were down to the edit, which was all down to Laura, my editor. She was pretty much following Tom's shot list and his notes and making sure that cuts coincided with beats of the music, otherwise it can look a bit janky sometimes. We use Sony Vegas to edit, and I've heard all the critiques of Sony Vegas. I do not care. It is good software which does the job and doesn't bankrupt us. Sony Vegas is fine, leave it alone. And after the edit, I did a little bit of minor color correction, a little bit of grading, and there were a few visual tricks like the slow motion and the selective color, and that was it. Just a case of uploading it and promoting it. So to promote, we have this video that you're watching right now. That's kind of part of the promotion, as well as giving you some info on what you might want to do. It helps me talk about this and get the word out, so yay, I tricked you, I guess. We also have a load of behind the scenes pictures which you can find on Stab Panda's Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And I might throw some money at advertising as well, maybe only like £20, but I want to see how we do naturally to begin with. We have a few other options for promotion, but again, we'll see how we do naturally. So that is how we made a music video. It's not necessarily how you should make a music video, but it's definitely how I made a music video. That is coming out on Monday, the 7th of May, 2018, on youtube.com/StabPandaTV. You can see all of our behind the scenes stuff if you follow Stab Panda on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So on the 7th, I will leave a link around here, maybe the end screen, maybe the description. Just use your eyes and you'll find it. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. That's what it's for. Speaking of comments, we have this week's commenter of the week, which is Jay Burrow, who on my Lost Art of Dynamic Guitar Playing commented, "Thanks. That confirms several thoughts that have been coming to light lately in my playing, plus more than I realised. Appreciate it." No problem, dude. Thanks for commenting. I'm glad it was useful to you. That's pretty much my spiel. Thanks for watching, guys and girls. I look forward to seeing you next Friday at 4 PM GMT. Subscribe if you haven't already. You should do that. And toodaloo.